Low mic test 1 2 3.
Okay, good day everyone. So today is February 27. We are scheduled for the PVID conference for contract ID numbers 26GG0023, 26GG0024, 26GG0025, 26GG0026, 26GG0027, 26GG0028, 26GG0029, 26GG0030, and 26GG0031. Please be informed that this pre-bid conference is being live streamed via YouTube on the DPWH Second DO Procurement LS channel. So before we begin, may I request everyone to stand for a short prayer.
Dear Lord, we are gathered today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our task may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
So let me introduce to you the members of the Bids and Awards Committee present for today's pre-bid conference. Yours truly, the back chairperson, Engineer Ernesto D. De La Riarte, back regular member. Engineer Mark Gerald Penuela, back provisional member, and we have Engineer Rolling Cordova. So we would like also to acknowledge the presence of our observers. Mary Grace Lorca from Meg Site Builders. Kagawad Vicente Aranyo of Barangay San Juan, Crisostomo. Noraline Dangkutan, Barangay Secretary of Barangay Balonos, Anilao. Gilberto Aragones, Barangay Kagawad. Rondo Bayona, Barangay Kagawad. Wilhelm Pauchano, Barangay Kagawad. Ano na yun? Aquino Aquiliska, Barangay Kagawad. Sargado Frederick Aya Alan, Barangay Sambag Kulob. Ramon Anotado, Barangay Siralyo. Chari Labinghisa, Staff, J.C. Albason. Danica Gallardo, Liaison Officer, Oting Construction and Supply. Johnny Castaneda, Barangay Kagawad, Gipes. And we have Rexter Dracuna, Barangay Manganis. Okay, so let us proceed for the pre-bid conference. First, we have the contract ID 26GG0023. Construction, completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Balunos, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Balunos, Anilao, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of two-story multi-purpose building, including architectural works, structural works, electrical works, mechanical works, and plumbing works, in accordance with the approved PAUS plans and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 2,970,000. The contract duration is 95 calendar days. Next is 26GG0024. The name of contract is construction, completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Gupis, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Gipis, Anilao, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of multi-purpose building, covered gym having a dimension of 16 meters by 28 meters and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works, as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Next. So 26 GG 0025, we have the construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Manganis, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Manganis, Anilao, Iloilo. And the scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, covered gym, having a dimension of 16 meters by 28 meters, and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos, and the contract duration is 90 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0026. The name of contract is construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Medina, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Medina, Anilao, Iloilo. The scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, covered gym having a dimension of 16 meters by 28 meters, and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos only. The contract duration is 90 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0027. The name of contract is construction, completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Mostro, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Mostro, Anilao, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of two-story multi-purpose building, including architectural works, structural works, electrical works, mechanical works, and plumbing works in accordance with the approved POWs, plans, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 2,970,000 pesos. The contract duration is 95 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0028. The name of contract is construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Sambag, Kulob, Anilao, Iloilo. Location is in Barangay Sambag, Kulob, Anilao, Iloilo. The scope of works, construction of two-story multipurpose building, including architectural works, structural works, electrical works, mechanical works, and plumbing works, in accordance with the approved POWs, plans, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 2,970,000 pesos. Contract duration is 95 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0029. The name of contract is construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay San Juan, Crisostomo, Anilao, Iloilo. The location is in Barangay San Juan, Crisostomo, Anilao, Iloilo. Scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, covered gym having a dimension of 16 meters by 28 meters, and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. Approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos. The contract duration is 90 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0030. The name of contract is construction, completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Santa Rita, Anilao, Iloilo. The location is in Barangay Santa Rita, Anilao, Iloilo, with the scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, covered gym, having a dimension of 16 by 28 meters and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. Next is 26 GG 0031. The name of contract is construction, completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Serralio, Anilao, Iloilo. Location, Barangay Serralio, Anilao, Iloilo. The scope of works, construction of multi-purpose building, covered gym, having a dimension of 16 by 28 meters and with an area of 448 square meters, which includes architectural works, structural works, plumbing works, and electrical works as per approved plans, POWs, and standard specifications. The approved budget for the contract is 3,465,000 pesos. Contract duration is 90 calendar days. So for the reminders, may I request
Reminders. For Section 17 of bid data sheet, only authorized liaison officers whose name appears on the contractor's registration certificate with the presentation of his or her ID duly signed by its construction firm shall be allowed to purchase and submit or drop bidding documents. For the deadline of submission is on March 12, 2026, and bidders shall submit one original and 2 copies of both the first envelope containing the technical component of the bid and the second envelope containing the financial component of the bid. Place of submission is in Bidding Room, DPWH, Iloilo 2nd District Engineering Office, Balabag, Dumangas, Iloilo. For the eligibility requirements, Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilGIPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages as per GPPB Resolution Number 15 Series of 2021. Technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules of with certificate of acceptance. Reminders on the submission of SLCC. The bidder must have completed an SLCC and it's similar to the procurement project to be bid, and whose value adjusted to current price using the PSA consumer price indices must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid, provided that any change the 50% of requirement may be allowed subject to the recommendation of the procuring entity, which shall be submitted to the GPPB for consideration, provided further that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the procurement project to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of contract costs of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAB. The SLCC shall be supported by owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor. Philippine Contractors Accredited Board or PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type of cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration and project requirements, which shall include the following. First, list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment as per DO 11 series of 2017. Second, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement and do acts to represent the bidder. Next, organizational chart of the contract to be bid. Next, list of contractors' key personnel such as project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience date. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and/or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of validity of equipment from the equipment leaser or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. Reminders: construction heavy equipment operators shall have certificate of training issued by the Technical Education and Skills Development or the TESDA in compliance with DOLE requirements for the approval of Construction Safety and Health Program required upon issuance of Notice of Award, subject to DO 98 Series of 2014 or the submission of Construction Safety and Health Program approved by the DOLE. Moreover, to ensure safe and healthy working condition for all workers and strictly enforce compliance of DPWH Department Memorandum Circular Number 33, Series of 2025, this issuance serves to inform all concerned of the provisions of DOLE Department Order 252, Series of 2025, entitled Revised Implementing Rules and Regulation of Republic Act Number 11058, otherwise known as an Act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health standards and providing penalties for violation thereof. Additional requirements: latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission or the SEC for corporations, sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership following the template attached as Annex A for all bidders, including sole proprietorship. Submission of updated GIS. All contractors or corporation enrolled or applying for enrollment or updating in the Civil Works application or the CWA to submit their latest general information sheet duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission and reflecting the beneficial ownership information. Likewise, contractors are reminded to submit an updated GIS annually or every time changes or amendments are made and filed with the SEC to ensure the information remains valid and consistent with official records. All concerned were advised to comply last December 31, 2025 to avoid delays or disqualification from future procurement activities. For the financial documents, the prospective bidders' audited financial statement showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar years, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. Next, prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or the NFCC. Reminders on the submission of the NFCC. The computation of the bidder's NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid, calculated as follows. NFCC equals to current asset minus current liabilities times 15 minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portion of the projects under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the procurement project to be bid. The value of the domestic bidder's current assets and current liabilities shall be based on the latest AFS or the audited financial statement submitted to the BRI, duly received or proof of submission to the BRR. Valid joint venture agreement or the JVA. If applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Note: for manual submission of bids, the technical document is preferably book-bounded. The content of technical documents is preferably numbered, paginated, consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, and patently insufficient document in the required checklist is ground for outright rejection, non-complying of the bid. Content of the second envelope, the financial proposal. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Next, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in the coming up with the bid, and the cash flow by quarter. Note, for manual submission of bids, the financial documents is preferably book-bounded, and the content of financial documents is preferably numbered, paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, and patently insufficient document in the required checklist is ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. Common reasons for rejection of bids: ineligibility and post-disqualification of bidders, failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and the name of contractor. Next, shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, and failure to submit supporting documents such as certification of validity of equipment from the equipment leaser or vendor for the duration of the project, and if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Also, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each two or more contracts. Unsatisfactory CPES rating. Single proprietor or signatory should be the owner or the proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretaries, certificate, and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. For the bid security, the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by the Universal Commercial Bank, 2%, bank draft, guarantee or irrevocable LC issued by Universal or Commercial Bank, 2%, and security bond callable upon demand issued by the security or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized by to issue such security, 5%. Bid evaluation. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in required item, non-responsive, indicating a zero or a dash free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price per item. Unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. BOQ prevails. If above ABC, disqualified. Post-qualification, verification, validation, and ascertainment of statements made and documents submitted. Legal requirements, license, certificates, permits, agreements, and inclusion in any blacklist. Technical requirements, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. validity and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. Technical requirements. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract per condition of at the term of inspection. DO number 127 series of 2018 strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security, financial requirements, bid price proposal, and NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9 series of 2012 or the technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. Next, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under the bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also, to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify that the submitted bid in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award should be made within the bid validity period, and subcontractor is not allowed. It is Annex A, the sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. The bid securing declaration. Omnibus sworn statement form. For the performance securing declaration form and the bid form.
So that's all for our pre-bid conference. Do we have any questions or clarifications coming from our observers?
When can we buy the BDocs available?
Any more questions?
Are we allowed to have a site visit?
Yes, ma'am. Coordinate lang kamo sa sa planning section
Okay, thank
regarding
you.
the site. So, no more questions. So, hearing none, I call this conference adjourned. Time is 2:40 p.m. in the afternoon.